Hi there, everyone. My name is Donna Peterson. Last week, I presented at the Women in Finishing Forum, and it was wonderful. One day, I gave a presentation about different ways to use ChatGPT in large language models. But then the next day, I had the great opportunity of moderating roundtables. And I got to hear from each individual that was at the table. And we did 3 sessions of that, of how they're using AI. Is it working? Is it not? And it was wonderful. It was wonderful to get this feedback and to figure out where everyone is in their AI journey. What was interesting is during these roundtables, I got to hear if they were new to AI, if they were advanced with AI, are they using it for personal use? Are they using it for business use? Do they feel it is helpful for them? And then was it helpful at home with food lists, or was it helpful at work and actually getting their job done?
AI is more than a podcast about artificial intelligence. It's a conversation for leaders trying to understand how AI fits into business, relationships, and real world decision making. Hosted by Donna Peterson, each episode shares practical insights to help teams use AI more effectively, build trust, improve communication, and stay human in a rapidly changing world. If you're looking for practical conversations instead of hype, you're in the right place. Now, let's get back to the episode.
So, what I want to talk about in this episode is all about what you need to do before you start prompting, before you go into any large language model and you ask a question or you say a statement. Before you do that, we're going to think about why. Why do I want to use these AI or large language model tools? What do I want to accomplish? What are my goals? Like, what would you consider a success after you do all the prompting and everything? What is a success for you? And then, how are you going to utilize AI to its full capacity in a collaborative setting? So, there's 4 steps we're going to go through today about the why, the what, your goals, and then how are you going to work with it in a collaborative way? The reason why this episode is so very important is people jump in too fast. You know, we hear everything in the media, everyone gets excited. They're like, okay, I'm going to do this. This is going to help me make the best chocolate cake recipe of my life. Or this is going to help me write all this content I need to do in a shorter period of time. So people hop on, they open AI, and they type the first question that comes to mind. Then the answer feels too general, or they're like, I don't see what's special about AI. And then they kind of get turned off. They're like, this isn't for me. This isn't going to work. It's not going to help me with my specific job or my industry that I'm in. That it doesn't always mean that AI fails. It may mean we did not give it enough direction. I have to preface this. These large language models were not set up to be like Google, where you ask a question, it gives you a response, and that's it. Maybe then you ask another question. They were set up for you to work with it, to communicate with it, to give it directions, to say, no, you're totally wrong. That's not what I was asking you. I need this. Or I need it to be more industrial focus. We don't want it to give us a response as if we are talking to someone about buying a pair of shoes. No, we want to tweak it because we're talking about people, about buying large, expensive pieces of industrial machinery. You've got to give it that feedback. Otherwise, it doesn't know. So AI works best when you set it up as a conversation, not as a search box. There are 4 questions that I feel are going to help you put in better prompts. So when I say prompts, it's whenever you open up a large language model, you see that box there, and that's where people usually type their question or say, I'm looking for this. That's where you put it. Why do I want to use AI? That has to be your first question to yourself. There's 4 steps, 4 questions. Why do you want to use it? And you got to think hard about this and get a nice detailed answer, not just because I need help at work. I need to get more work done. I want to save time. If they are broad, you're going to get back broad responses. And that's not why AI is great. AI is great when you collaborate and it can give you back responses that can help you deepen the relationships you have with people, help you get a task done more effectively so that you can go on and do something else. So the first question you've got to ask is why? Why do I want to use AI? And think through that decision. Writing more clearly, follow up faster, or preparing for a meeting, and go into detail. Number 2, what do I want to use it for? And be specific. Instead of helping me with my marketing, ask it to help you write follow-up emails that will help me deepen the relationship with this individual. And the individual is in this space. This individual is the CEO of a coatings company. You give it those details, and now you're going to get back that email, which really resonates with the person you're sending it to. So what do you want to use AI for? Then think about what goals should this support? Like, what goals are you trying to accomplish? Whether it is better follow-up, a timely follow-up, more personalized follow-up, a clearer communication, building stronger relationships, faster decisions, more consistent messaging. Maybe it's to organize survey results or thoughts. You can put that all into AI. It can put it into an Excel spreadsheet, and then you can pivot it or change it, ask questions, and it'll be served right up to you, like averages, what is the most popular response, how many people answered the survey, which probably you have. But let's say you uploaded it and you left it for a month and you're coming back. All that information will be in there. And that's when you can ask AI questions about it. So figure out, what is your goal? Is it the deepening of the relation? Is it organization? Is it to save time? Think about that. Then, how will I use AI in a collaborative way? Meaning, you don't want to stop at that first answer. Like I said at the beginning, these large language models were not set up to be a glorified Google just to generate a response. These large language models, when they are used efficiently and effectively, help give you the responses that will make your day more efficient and more effective. So ask it, tell it, what's missing? Do you have any questions for me? Do you think I should consider something else? Is this on point with what my goals are? And tell it to be brutally honest. AI has a tendency to be positive. It ends up being like a cheerleader. But none of us need these tools for a cheerleader. We need these tools to help us think better. So I always say, be brutally honest. Act like my 2 older brothers. Am I on the right path? Do you think these goals are perfect for what we are trying to achieve within our company? Give it all that information. I use that sometimes when I'm setting up presentations. I will say, here's the presentation I put together. These are the types of people that are going to attend my presentation. Do you feel they'll resonate with this presentation? What I will warn, okay? AI is getting smarter and smarter every day. And because it is getting smarter, sometimes you can tell it to be brutally honest, but sometimes it starts to take you and your thoughts and your presentation in another direction. And this happened to me. It started to take my presentation this way, but that's not where I wanted to go. That wasn't the point of the presentation. So it is your job also to corral AI and make sure it stays where you want it to be. So that is a warning for you. So the 4 steps, let's go over this again. Why you want to use AI, what for, what do you consider your goals or your success, and how are you going to use it to its full potential in a collaborative way? You've got to think about that. So here is an exercise I would like you to try this week before you quickly jump on and put a prompt. Think about, and I write this sentence out sometimes, I want to use AI to help me blank so I can blank. An example might be, I want to use AI to help me follow up with people I met at an event so I can continue building a relationship in a thoughtful way. That's so important because when we all think about follow up, sometimes it's like, oh, Jim, it was so nice to meet you at that show. Here's the information you asked for. Oh my gosh, you're missing such a great opportunity. At the core of every business that is trying to grow into the future is relationships. So every opportunity you have, it has to be to deepen those relationships. Give them exactly the information they requested, but add in something else. How did your daughter do at that softball tournament you told me about? Did you win your club championship in golf? Whatever happened during your conversation, there's usually a little bit more than that specific business thing. And if you put that into your emails, this is where you can start to deepen that relationship. This is one of the statements I needed every woman at that roundtable to follow because they're using it to put the food list together, follow a keto diet, change the color of their front door, using it to create marketing content, but they're not giving it all these questions. They're not saying why. Yeah, you wanted to create a marketing content, but why? I remember I did a course one time with Tony Robbins, and he goes through a thing where he asks why 7 times. At the point, you almost feel like it's a little kid going, why, why, why? But the more we dive into the why of why you want to use these AI tools, the better the responses become. So please follow this exercise before you prompt answer that question. What do I want to use AI to help me blank so I can blank? This is going to help you get better responses. And now, not only can it help you with your personal, but now you're going to be able to use it on a business level and really give it the information you need. I know a lot of the responses I heard at the show was, I use it for this, but I don't know if I'm using it properly. I don't know if it's truly helping me with my work. I think if you follow these 4 questions, it's definitely going to change the way you think about it, and you're going to get more value out of it. AI is not just about learning an AI tool. It is a way of learning how to think with it. AI is here to support us humans to go beyond our comfort zone, go beyond the sphere that we usually deal in. And that's what makes it so exciting for me. I love that it is pushing me out and making me think about things I normally wouldn't. So start small. Pick one task this week. Be clear about the goal. Then keep asking the questions until the answers feel like it truly is aligned with how you want to use it, both personally and professionally. If you found this show to be effective and you've got some value at it, please rank it. We need to rank it, give it a thumbs up so that more people figure out grounded ways of using AI that can help them with their work, help them with their home life. Please leave a comment below. Did you follow this exercise? Did it work for you? Are you getting better responses? Are you still having hurdles? Leave a comment below and we'll respond. And also, if there is another topic you would like to hear about on grounding AI, also leave that in the comments. We'll get back to you. I'll make an episode to answer your questions. That's usually how we figure out what our episodes are about. Till next time, I hope to see you next week. And I hope that your AI is getting better every day that you work with it. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the World Innovators Grounding AI podcast. If you'd like to be updated when new episodes come out, don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out our social media accounts to stay up to date on B2B marketing trends.